Today, we're diving into resale certificates associated with condominium owners associations, COAs, and property owners associations, POAs. COAs are for condos and POAs are for single-family homes, but we often use the term HOA interchangeably for both. Understanding these documents and the associated TREC contract is crucial when advising clients about HOA matters. We always recommend that the seller or the listing agent orders the resale certificate before or during the listing period. This proactive step prevents buyer from having an out due to delivery of the resale certificate during the contract period. Additionally, it provides clarity on the fees related to the property transfer, allowing for informed negotiations between buyers and sellers regarding association fees, deposits, reserves, and other charges. The resale certificate will detail any charges associated with the transfer, and sometimes that resale certificate will even say who's supposed to pay for each charge. Both the single-family home contract and the condo contract state that buyers shall pay any and all association fees, deposits, reserves, and other charges associated with the transfer of the property, not to exceed blank dollars, and then the seller shall pay any excess. It is important to note that while the resale certificate might suggest who should pay, the contract terms take precedence. For instance, if the contract specifies that the buyer pays up to $200, but the resale certificate lists a $2,000 transfer fee, and then specifically notes that the buyer is to pay those transfer fees, the buyer still only pays $200. The seller is liable for the remaining $1,800. We've observed agents argue that the resale certificate dictates payment responsibilities, but ultimately, the contract governs these terms. It is also crucial to understand that the contract's blank for fees does not apply to assessments. The single-family home contract and the condo contract both say that the transfer fees and deposits for reserves paragraph does not apply to regular periodic maintenance fees, assessments, or dues that are prorated. And the condo contract also notably says, any special assessment due and unpaid at closing will be the obligation of the seller. We had a deal recently where a condo in Collin County issued a $40,000 assessment against each unit in the building for repairs and improvements. The resale certificate indicated that the assessment was due, which would have obligated the seller to pay it at closing. Fortunately, the listing agent, familiar with the contract and the assessment in the condo, negotiated a split of this payment during the contract execution, saving the seller from a significant expense. It is essential to review the resale certificates in advance and thoroughly understand the contract terms to negotiate effectively. This knowledge ensures you accurately fill in the contract's blanks and protects your client's interest. We are here to help you when you're working through these documents, and better yet, at the closing table. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you for your next transaction.